guys, here we go again with another of our Evolution Consulting market update videos as they've come to be known. This one is being recorded on the 21st of December 2016, 5 o'clock, so just after trading hours, guys. If the lighting looks different in here, it is. It's because it's already dark out. It's 5 o'clock, so obviously days are getting shorter. Actually, I think we're around one of the shortest days of the year, sometime in December, solstice or something like that, isn't it? But nonetheless, guys, for those of you who are very observant, very detail-oriented, and do have a keen eye, you'll notice two details that are different in this video. One of which is, ta-da! That's the beginning of the Ultra system back there, guys. So slowly but surely, we have components. We're putting pieces and bits and parts together, which is why we have been somewhat quiet lately. And also, they're back. The Razer Black Sharks, my headset that I pulled the plug out of. I broke the plug on them, but with a soldering vise, a soldering iron, and a little bit of nerd know-how, I have fixed them. Win. Okay, guys, so moving right along, before we get started, obviously, we're going to take a break here. We're going to do a little bit of gratuitous self-promotion, be that well-earned gratuitous self-promotion, though that is not from us, that is not from the dev team, that is from our readers and subscribers, okay? Grand Street Notes. Metals Investing Guide, Grand Street Notes Macro Overview Guide, the 2017 Grand Street Notes Guides. Guys, the feedback that we've been getting off of it has been absolutely awesome. Okay, it really has been. Beyond anything that we could have imagined. Like I said, we weren't sure if we were going to be able to top what we did in the 2016 guide. I mean, we put a hell of a lot of effort into the Grand Street Note 2016 Metals Guide. The feedback reflected it, but for the 2017 stuff, guys, anybody that's purchased it and downloaded it, guys, we've gotten emails on top of emails now going. That's one of the most sincere compliments that we've gotten is we've seen small bits and pieces of the evolution research and other people's work, but we've never seen it so clear and concise. So that was probably one of the best compliments I've ever gotten in terms of a writer, of putting the research together for you guys to read, and certainly as a system developer. So that was really. It was one of the best compliments we've ever read. So, folks seem to be very, very, very pleased with the 2017 Metals Guide and the Macroeconomic Overview Guide. So, guys, if you haven't picked those up, do head on over to evolutionconsulting.world and do so. Okay, there's some that are still up there for pre-order because we just haven't finished them, compiling them yet. Like I said, our goal was to have them out. We wanted to have them all done by December 1st, but that worked out well, didn't it? So certainly we really want to have them out before the new year. So we'll make sure that happens. Also, while you're over there, there's the 2017 audio podcast. Those are 1 hour audio format only. Just a heads up, guys, if you subscribe to Wirehouse, or if you have the Grand Street Note Guides, or if you have any of our more advanced stuff, I'm going to tell you this honestly, don't bother downloading the audio podcast if you're new to our stuff and you're not quite familiar with what we mean by a lot of our terminology that we use. For instance, the GER, the Global Economic Reset, or what we mean by the new management team, stuff like that, okay? I can't explain that in every single one of these videos that we do. So if you are not familiar with the real basic core of our investing strategies or geopolitical research, those are the ones you want to download. They're $10 a pop, 1 hour audio format. It's pretty much the fast forward version of a year's worth of research. It's just to get you up to speed, especially if you have a specific topic that you are interested in. If you're not familiar with our core investing concept, guys, the GER podcast, the Global Economic Reset, is pretty much everything you could ever conceivably want to know about modern economics, at least in a contemporary sense, as forecasted for the mid-near term, which is for the next 2 to 5 years. All right, glad you got that bit out of the way there. Now, also, there are rumors circulating that the Evolution Consulting Gear and Gift Shop will be opening up in 2017 at some point, guys. Probably very early 2017. That way you can say you've been there, done that, and gotten a t-shirt. Because there are rumors circulating around that we may have hats and t-shirts and all sorts of nifty stuff in there, as well as some products that we just endorsed that we'll be very happy to resell or present to our readers and our subscribers. Try that in English. So we're kind of excited about that, guys. Whole new e-commerce storefront going up. So we're between that and building Ultra, doing consulting work, the holidays, we have been busy, suffice to say. Though, that aside, guys, let's talk about something that matters, shall we? Dow 20,000. Do we really care? We do. Is that because Dow 20,000 is some absolute infallible bellwether of economic health or financial health in the United States and or around the world. Not in the slightest. No. But what we are interested in is the irrational component of the significance of that number, guys. And really, I mean, you can have this debate at every major milestone that the Dow hits. Okay, and notice we're not talking about the S&P, we're not talking about the NASDAQ. Obviously, the S&P is going to be a better bellwether, as much as an index can be, of market or corporate health, guys. But the Dow is the one that, like I said, based upon a perception trade, that's the one that makes the evening news, even if you're not watching a business network. So it's the one that the most people see. Ipso facto, okay, it's the one that's going to have the most perception value, which is exactly what Dow 20,000 is, guys. We don't know how to put that any other way. The discussion's been had many, many times. What in the hell is the difference between Dow 19,999 and Dow 20,000? And the answer is purely, absolutely, 100% perception based, okay? And that's what this market is trading on. First of all, people are going, well, where the hell did Dow 20,000 come from? That escalated quickly, didn't it? The answer is Dow 20,000 is Wall Street and the investment class and the investment culture in this country giving Donald Trump the seal of approval, or President-elect Trump. That's their way of going, that's our real vote of confidence, okay? You can say it at the polls, that means one thing. But when you start voting with your wallet, especially institutions, when you start voting with your wallet, you start voting with your trades, okay, that's a whole nother level of approval. All right, so that's really what Dow 20,000 represents, guys. Yet it's speculation on what Trump is about to do. Now then, speaking of President-elect Trump, if you scroll back in the playlist, or in this playlist, okay, sometime around late March, early April, guys, prior to any real meaningful campaign stuff going on or anything like that, you will notice a market update video, guys, whereupon we had mentioned that Trump will not be the worst thing that ever happens to capital markets. Okay? Historically, a Republican president usually is pretty good for the capital market index, unless they inherit real freaking disaster. They're usually, a Republican win or a right-wing win is usually a pretty good thing, if you want to call it that, for capital markets, for major indexes, okay? Trump, on the other hand, we said as early as March, April, and I think we may, matter of fact, I know for a fact we even used the sidebar image, okay? We said, get ready, America, you're about to elect some version of Gordon Gekko, okay? And surprise, surprise, as he begins to fill his cabinet, okay, Make America Great Again is starting to look dangerously like, you know, anarcho-capitalism empire reset is really what it's starting to look like, okay? I mean, today you named, well, you got Carl Icahn, okay? You got guys from Goldman Sachs in there. So basically what you just did is you elected Gordon Gekko. You elected the ultimate capitalist, okay? Now, we said that in March and April of 2016. We said, you watch what happens once he gets in there, okay? He had to appeal to his voter base for as long as he had to appeal to his voter base, and he did a masterful job of it. You want to talk about playing the right wing like a fiddle, okay? He did. Whether you realize it or not, whether you like it or not, he won, and he played the right wing. He played the conservatives, the national, he played them like a fiddle, okay? Now, all of a sudden, we got, you know, again, Carl Icahn, and you got, you know, I think Larry Kudlow, okay? You know, you have all these kind of names that are synonymous with capitalism in the United States. They're all starting to come together. We said, here we go. You know, and, you know, we kind of called it. We said, you know, once he gets into office, it's going to be every real meat-eating, bloodthirsty capitalist dream is about to come true. Okay? And that is, again, you know, and I don't like to use, you know, entertainment movie references, you know, to compare to reality, but sometimes it's just appropriate. You just elected Gordon Gekko. Congratulations, America. Well, you know, if it wasn't America Incorporated beforehand, it sure as hell is now. Okay, so what we're seeing, guys, with Dow 20,000 really is the approval of the investment class, the speculation upon what he is about to do. You know, they say you can't build a reputation on what you're about to do. Oh, but you can. And that's exactly what he's already, he hasn't even taken office yet, you know, and look at the effect that he's had. And for those of you that were wondering, you know, a couple of months ago, we a number of times made a reference to the fact that I said, we just elected a president that can move markets with a tweet. And I remember somebody saying, well, that's not possible. No, we can't. One word, guys, Boeing. That is only the very beginning of that, all right? You got a loose cannon in the White House that can truly, and I'm 100% serious about this, guys. And I've joked around about it. It's truth in every joke. So the guy can move metals, gold, 4 digits in one day. That's all it's going to take. We need to go back to the metals-backed dollar. That's it. That's for those of you that are wondering what the hell happened to metals and why I still have a smile on my face after everything that's happened to metals, guys, is because it takes one tweet at this point. Basically, again, a bet against metals is a bet that he's going to be status quo for 4 years, and that tweet won't happen. I wouldn't take that bet. I really wouldn't. But that aside, guys, the whole Dow 20,000 and where we're at now in terms of macroeconomics, the grander scheme of things, guys, the bull market that's happening now, it's got momentum. Okay, it really does, because it's a combination of a number of different factors. It's the backlash coming off of 8 years of, and again, it's purely psychological. You'll notice we haven't really mentioned one single economic fundamental yet, or one technical yet, because the Dow 20,000 is a purely psychological trade. All right, and it basically comes down to this: you've had 8 years of punish success, reward failure, all animals are equal. Okay, under Obama, where conspicuous consumption wasn't really encouraged. Success was not really encouraged on a national level, not on the individual level, but on a national level. So you've had this kind of backlog of kind of capitalism it's been there, but it's been kind of hiding. Now you have that backlog coming up, okay, where now it's like it's okay to be rich again, it's okay to be successful again, it's okay to be wealthy again, it's okay to be successful again, it's okay, conspicuous consumption, that kind of stuff. So that's back, and we said as early as April, I said, watch him. He's going to usher in another version, or version 2.0, or some permutation of the 1980s, where it's going to be kind of that, get what you can get, it's super competitive Generation Me kind of thing. And that's really, if anything else, that's what he is going to be known for, and that's what his administration is going to be all about. And somebody mentioned on Twitter recently, and I'm not going to mention his Twitter handle, one of the best Twitter accounts that we follow. How much deregulation is Trump going to be responsible for when it comes to Wall Street? And the answer is probably a lot. What do you suppose that's going to do to capital markets? It's going to send them higher. Okay, so as far as those that are going on about Dow 20,000, okay, there's a lot more where that came from based upon what we're seeing. All right, and we haven't even started in with the inflation yet and the liquidation of treasuries and stuff like that, where the dollars have to go somewhere. We'll just stuff them into, capital markets and stuff like that, and up we go. So, guys, based upon Evolution Ultra, the first real quick scans of Ultra, which I have to say I am freakishly impressed by, and we built the system. I mean, when we watch it operate, it's awe-inspiring. It really is. But based upon what we're seeing, guys, Dow 20,000 is only the beginning of it. We'll be looking back at Dow 20,000 like, hey, remember when? Okay, but at the same time, you have to also look at the metals. You have to look at gold and silver. You have to kind of realize that, there's going to be a turn there at some point. And like we said, it's one tweet away from, we're going back to metals-backed dollar. And, you can imagine the compounding effect that has, or the compounding of the effect that'll have. And it does. It takes guts to buy into a dip like that. We have a couple of customers that have been doing it. They'll be very pleased when the inevitable turn happens. So with that being said, guys, as always, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, do hit the like button. Do go over to evolutionconsulting.world and take a look at some of the 2017 products that we have. Again, I just wanted to do this. I wanted to get this one in before the holidays, especially given the Dow 20,000 thing. Guys, it's purely psychological. It really is. I'm not telling you anything you don't know there. But when you study the sociological effects in the new format of Wirehouse, guys, we're going to be studying that heavily. But when you look at the reasons as to why Dow 20,000 is happening, okay, you realize that it's only the beginning, okay? This is effectively the beginning of something that we forecasted years ago, 2013, 2014. There's going to come a point where it's going to be get what you can get while you can get it, all right? This is the very, 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 very beginning of get what you can get while you can get it, all right? So, again, it's 1980s version 2.0. Here we go, everybody. It's going to be pretty much, super capitalist, anarcho-capitalist, minimal regulation, and have at it. It's going to be, which is why we were able to make that forecast. Which it was just hilarious to see people say, well, he's going to be the worst thing that ever happened to capital markets. No, he's not. We said that months ago, for that reason. It's like, no, he's, that's Wall Street's wet dream. Him being the president, it doesn't get any better than that. And again, his cabinet picks reflect that. So, I guess we can say evolution proven correct there. But as always, guys, if you like what you see, do subscribe, do follow us on Twitter, or as always, if you have any questions, usually we put the content. Where is it? Where the hell is it? Not there it is. Oh shit, there it is. Info. If you want to email us, info at evolutionconsulting.world. Info at evolutionconsulting.world. Okay, if you wish to email us. If you wish to follow us on Twitter, it is at that thing. That at Evo Consultants, at Evo_consultants. All right, do follow along. That is where we put some of our contemporary stuff up there. But again, guys, just wanted to talk a little bit about the whole Dow 20,000. We'll have another one of these hopefully coming up before the new year. We'll get that out to you with some 2017 macro forecasts. Okay, we got a list of those. We'll share some of them on here. As always, guys, hopefully everybody has a wonderful holiday. Hopefully you guys are making money. As always, be good. Everything really is a transaction.